Some loves end quietly, some end violently, and some loves refuse every ending placed before them. They cross the threshold of life. They cross the boundary of death. They cross memory, time, and identity itself. Tonight, on the Morbid Witch Podcast, we step into the final space, where love no longer asks permission to remain. This Valentine's season, we followed love through its darkest reflections. We watched it shape fate, linger as ghosts, twist into curses, and burn through magic that demanded a price. Tonight is not about tragedy alone, and it is not about romance as we've been taught to understand it. Tonight is about devotion, the kind that survives transformation, decay, and loss. The kind that does not promise happiness, only endurance. This is eternal devotion. Across cultures and centuries, eternal love is never depicted as simple or gentle. It is not passive. It is not safe. To love eternally is to remain connected, even when everything else shifts. When the beloved changes, when the world erodes, when the body fails. Folklore does not frame eternal love as a reward. It frames it as a burden, sometimes holy, sometimes heavy, sometimes both. To love eternally is to accept that love will outlast comfort and may outlast the self. Stories of phantom weddings appear across Europe, Latin America, and parts of Asia. A bride in white walking alone along a moonlit road. A groom waiting endlessly at an altar no living congregation can see. In some tales, the living unknowingly marries the dead, a ceremony completed before the truth is revealed. In others, lovers vow themselves to one another after death, believing that devotion spoken aloud carries more weight than the grave. These stories are not warnings against love. They are questions posed to the listener. If vows are sacred, why would death be allowed to dissolve them? The story, now popularly known as the Corpse Bride, originates in older Jewish folklore, where vows spoken carelessly were believed to bind souls across realms. A young man rehearses his wedding vows. A ring slips onto a finger beneath the soil, and something listens. The dead bride does not rise in anger. She does not curse or threaten. She simply claims what was promised. This is devotion without cruelty, without malice, and this is what makes it unsettling. Because the dead bride is not wrong. She is only faithful. In myth, eternal lovers are rarely reunited in the way we hope they will be. Orpheus fails to bring Eurydice home. Tristan and Isolde find peace only in death. Persephone must return to the underworld again and again. These stories are not about success. They are about consequence. Love reshapes landscapes, seasons, and destinies, even when it cannot remain whole. Eternal love in myth is not permanence, it is impact. It is the mark left behind when devotion is strong enough to alter the world, even briefly. In many spiritual traditions, eternal love does not manifest as haunting or resurrection. It becomes remembrance. Candles lit for the dead, names spoken aloud, offerings left at graves, doorways, or ancestral shrines. To remember is to love without possession, to honor without binding, to carry devotion without trapping the beloved or oneself. This is love that accepts change and still remains. This series was never about ideal love. It was about honest love. Love that fails. Love that waits. Love that harms when it forgets consent, and heals when it remembers reverence. Folklore teaches us that love is not a prize. It is a responsibility. One that demands awareness, balance, and humility. So tonight, whether you celebrate love or grieve it, whether you share your life with another or walk alone beneath the stars, remember this. Love is powerful magic. It shapes worlds. It echoes through time, and it always leaves something behind. Thank you for walking this Valentine's path with me. Every story we touched will one day receive its own full deep dive, because love, like myth, is never finished in a single telling. Until next time, stay strange, stay spooky, and remember, the shadows are always watching.